Primary election day can bring out thousands of people to the polls, but the unsung heroes are the election judges who put in 15-hour days to ensure the process flows smoothly. Delane Cleveland caught up with two first-time election judges who wanted to give back to their community.
Hello, do you know which precinct you're in?
On primary election day in Brooklyn Center,
Can I get your address?
a somewhat steady stream of people made their way to the community center's Constitution Hall to perform their civic duty.
It's picking up. It's picking back up, yeah. It was slow this morning.
Young Chen Yang is a first-time volunteer who's helping to guide the city's voters through the process.
I love my community, so I'm trying to do my best while I'm still in town.
She's a sophomore at the University of Wisconsin, and she wanted to take on this role as a way to give back and put a particular set of skills to good use.
There's also like a lot of Hmong voters, so if I can come in case someone needs like to speak Hmong or like interpreting, then like I could like step up. It's actually really fun. Like I enjoy it.
She enjoys it despite the long 15-hour workday.
I see a ticket.
It certainly helps that her sister Kao Zhang is nearby.
She's afraid that she's gonna be like the only young person here and like the only Asian that's here, so she's like, just go with me. I did it with her.
All right, you're in precinct 4, so that way.
So only use one column out of the 4 at front here.
One by one, the sisters help the voters get checked in
I can help you.
and teach people how to properly fill out their ballots.
In the back here, you can do 1 of each for the first 3 and then 2 for council members.
But most importantly,
I got a new job.
these immigrants from Thailand want to be able to lend a helping hand to other Hmong voters who may need assistance.
There was actually a Hmong couple that came in and they didn't know English, so I was able to speak Hmong to them and direct them to where they needed to be.
A small gesture to help ensure everyone can exercise their right to vote.
We're both doing our best to give out to our community.
In Brooklyn Center, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Brooklyn Park Police are investigating a case of multiple gunshots fired overnight in a residential area about a half-mile from Central Park. A 911 caller reported seeing someone fire 3 gunshots at the corner of 84th and Yates. The call came in around 1:30 in the morning Tuesday. After the incident, police learned the shooter got into a vehicle and fled the area. Police say that officers found evidence of 3 gunshots fired at that location, but were unable to make any arrests. The case remains under investigation. The city of Osseo is the latest city to put a moratorium on the sale of THC products, while officials more closely study how to regulate them. THC is the active ingredient in marijuana. The state legislature made it legal to sell certain THC products on July 1st. Cities like Osseo have chosen to place a moratorium on the sale of the products while they study how it should be regulated and if the city should have a licensing process, similar to how cities handle tobacco sales. The temporary moratorium approved by Osseo Monday night takes effect immediately. School is about to start in a few weeks, and many school districts are scrambling to find teachers. Reporter Sonia Goen spoke with the teachers union representing Osseo district teachers about the challenges going into the new school year.
In a few weeks, students will head back into the classroom, and the 5th largest school district in Minnesota is actively recruiting for teachers.
I would imagine that as we fill some of those positions, there'll be other ones that will open up and we'll keep needing to fill them.
So here's what you're going to do.
According to Osseo School District officials, as of Monday, 18% of their openings are for teacher positions. That's 52 positions.
I think 22 of those positions are special ed teacher positions.
Education Minnesota Osseo President Kelly Wilson says there are several reasons for the teaching staffing shortages, including low pay and what he calls a lack of respect for the profession.
Whether it's school boards, whether it's parents, don't want teachers even selecting what curriculum that they can teach.
Do you use them?
He also says some teachers are burned out and leaving teaching altogether.
We had 12 to 15 members who just left teaching altogether. It's not something that they can continue to do.
The union rep says the district will continue to see staffing numbers dwindle unless major changes are made.
What we got to do is entice people to come into education, to stay in education, and part of that's going to be to increase pay.
He says the rush is on right now to fill vacant positions before school starts. And if that doesn't happen,
what they end up doing is moving people around or moving students around, and that's not necessarily what's best for kids either. We end up with larger class size, caseloads.
Wilson says the Osseo district is also trying to hire other positions like nurses and teacher assistants.
You wondered, are we going to have enough bus drivers? Are we going to have enough substitutes when the school year starts that we can keep filling open positions?
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The state's largest school district, Anoka-Hennepin, is also dealing with a teacher shortage. It's recruiting for 120 teaching positions. The Maple Grove City Council will consider approval of a new facility that will provide a level of senior care that's in increased demand. The proposal calls for 32 private suites for elderly residents, 20 of them providing assisted living and the rest providing memory care. It will be located behind the Hy-Vee grocery store in the southwest portion of the city. The Maple Grove Planning Commission recommended approval this week. Construction crews have started work on the County Road 81 bridge over Elm Creek in Maple Grove. Work began Monday on the eastbound side of the bridge. County Road 81 eastbound between Fernbrook Lane and Elm Creek Boulevard is expected to be closed for about 3 weeks. But don't be surprised if you see road closures after that as crews return for finishing work. Rockford Road Library in Crystal is closing temporarily for parking lot maintenance. Crews began work on the east parking lot on Tuesday, meaning the library will be closed until early September. All holds will be sent to the Golden Valley Library. Crews will begin work on the west parking lot next year. You can visit the Hennepin County Library website for more information on this project.